Good morning and welcome to Jeannie's World. Now this video is for your entertainment, and I'm not a medical advisor, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a nurse. I'm just a doTERRA wellness advocate, and that's it. So, and everything is what I use and everything is my opinion. And you need to use your best judgment as I tell you what I tell you today. My daughter, not my daughter, my sister goes, "Tell me what you do for your eyes." As you know, I'm challenged with macular degeneration. It was very scary when this eye took over my world. I remember one day I was telling my son, "I'm having trouble driving." He didn't really believe me. I told him the road, the white line on the side of the road, it was like a snake, and I was chasing it. And there were times it felt like there was these black aberrations or something coming in my eyes. I lost all, let me turn this off, and I lost my perception of vision, of color, and basically I could see, but I quit driving because when there were light workmen on the side of the road, I didn't really see them, and I couldn't tell if the light was red or green. So basically I quit driving, but I'm driving now. Now, you may think I'm a little extreme in what I do. But when I first started with my macular degeneration, I started just using frankincense. And with the frankincense, I would kind of shake it. And then I would touch it here, 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 and here. And then I would smooth it out, so I would make sure that none of the frankincense got in my eyes. And I did that for a long time, and it helped. No question about it, it helped. But what I also did was, in my blindness, I can't see everything that I brought out here, I used my tearway, and I used other eye drops, and there was another eye drop I had out here, was pretty lubricating. When you feel tears coming down, and it doesn't really make much sense that this is dry eye, because your eyes are tearing up because of the dry eye. So you want to use your eye washes to help with that dry eye. I'll put that back up there so I don't go crazy. And I do that in the morning and the night. And as days passed, I was very dedicated to that, and my eyes did improve. But last year, when I was going through the nose cancer and the face burning with the red light, I was on my way to foot therapy, and my hat didn't cover my face exactly the way it should, and my face went on fire, and it was so painful from the sunlight and the treatment I'd had the day before. And my girlfriend said, "Oh, use sesame seed oil." I put the sesame seed oil on my face. Immediately, the pain was gone. And it turned out it's a natural sunscreen, but it has other benefits too. And another thing I did was I washed my face with On Guard soap. It's a foaming soap. And I had a little pump and stuff. And that kills all the pathogens and germs on my face. But yet it puts all these essential oils in my face. And I would just let that sit on my face before I did anything else. And when I went to wash it off, I have a small table. I'm sorry. I'm trying to stay on track. And when I would wash off the soap, I would get me a wash rag, and I would get it very hot as I could stand, and then I would put it on my eyes, and I would let that stay for 1-2 minutes. Sometimes I would have to reapply it, but that would melt all the gook out of my eyes, and then I would wipe my eyes. And I was very dedicated to doing my exercises. Some people say the exercises are dumb. Maybe they are. But what you do is you look up and you look down, and you look up and you look down. And I do this 20 to 30 times. You look to the side, you look to the side, and you rotate them, doing everything. That exercises the muscles in your eyes. And then another one is bringing your finger to your nose until you see 2, and you take it away. And that helps your focus. And the exercise strengthens your eyes. And then I would also rub my eyes like this. I still do this. Now, it's going kind of smooth because I got castor oil and pearl powder on my eyes. So, after that, my daughter in New Hampshire told me about pearl powder. So I bought the pearl powder. And I think this was maybe one of the most remarkable things that I did, because now I can tell color. When my eyes started coming back to color, oh, did I hate the color yellow, because I say, sign here with the yellow mark. Before I told them, I don't see the yellow mark. You have to show me. And I'm still challenged, but not as challenged as much. But then when the colors started coming back, they would say, here, sign at the yellow. And the yellow was here, and the yellow was there. The yellow was everywhere. And, but that was a good thing. Now I look at the yellow, and the yellow is exactly where it's at. I know if the light is red. I know if the light is green. And it didn't happen overnight. It was gradual. When I would go out with my daughter, I said, that's that. That car is white. That car is this. I mean, everything was just coming together slowly. You know, Rome wasn't built in a day. So, after that, I developed, another thing, heat. I would put heat on my eyes with the wash rag. But then I found this, which I can't find anymore because I was so cheap. I bought a lot of them, but I only do it like once a week or something like that. And this is my last one. And you would put it on your eyes, and it would heat your eyes for 45 minutes. And it only cost $1.35. I mean, that's excellent for your treatment. But now I found this one. Make sure I'm telling you right. Oh, they're both the same. I found another one. So I have an extra one. Goodie for me when I was gathering up my stuff. Yay. I found another one at 5 and below, but this is where I found this one, was 5 and below. But when I went back, because I thought this was my last one, I went back and I bought another one, and they're like $3.25, and they're only good for 30 minutes, but that's excellent. Then I found out about how castor oil takes care of the eyes. So I did one eye at a time, and I bought these little Band-Aids. These little Band-Aids are nice. They go right on your eye. I put a little castor oil there, and I would sleep with it on my eye, this eye, all night long. I got up one morning and I did my little test. Now I see my phone, but I don't see me. But I did my little test, and when I did that, I saw everything. It was amazing. So I do one eye, and then I would turn around and do the other eye, because this eye is challenging, but this eye here is developing macular degeneration. So in the doctor's protocol for my macular degeneration is nothing. You're going to go blind. That's all there is to your life. Never say never to me. It don't work. These are really nice Band-Aids. I don't need them anymore, so I'm putting them over to the side. And then another thing I did, of course, these are my vitamins, the lutein, and I have another one that's got other things in it, but you always take your eye vitamin and your vitamin A. So what else? Oh, here it is. Here's this new one that I got at 5 and below, but it costs over $3. But it's worth it. It's very good. And it's very relaxing, especially when you're stressed out. Put your heat on your eyes, listen to some nice music, and it's really good for you. Let's see. I don't want to go too fast, and I don't want to go too slow, because a lot of times I get so fast I forget things. So I've taken care of my heat and my vitamins, my frankincense. So that's what I did in the beginning. It helped, but it was nothing, wasn't nothing amazing. And so I gave up my sunscreen because the chemicals sometimes would sweat into my eyes and burn my eyes. And you don't want chemicals on your body anyway. So I just started using my frankincense as my sunscreen. And it's done very, very well. So I'm finished with my soap. Let's move that out of the way too. Get my desk a little cleaned off. So as time passes by, I start doing different things. All right. I took my pearl powder and I emptied it in a jar. When I was first going to order it, it didn't sound like it was very much powder, but I put it in the jar, and it's enough. It's more than enough. And then I have another little creamer that I put some moisturizer in, just pearl powder, and I'll put that on my eyes sometimes, stand alone. Makes a really big difference, the pearl powder. All right. So I told my sister I made a concoction for my eyes. Oh, I forgot. I was told that this castor oil is very good, the black castor oil. I haven't used it yet because I have lots of regular castor oil. But the black is supposed to, it's Jamaican, and it's supposed to be superior to your regular glass. I don't have glass bottles. They all come in plastic. But it's supposed to be superior to regular castor oil. That's their opinion. I don't know. I haven't tried it yet, so I don't really have an opinion. Okay. Now, I've cleaned my jar. This is doTERRA body butter. Okay, I was trying to tell them, I bought it in a really neat combo one year. It had a scrub, oh, nice scrub, and it had the butter, and it had a little scrubber, and it had some foot covers. So anyway, in this container, where's my spoon? I like it as a foundation. And let's see if I can read my notes. I always have trouble. I make my notes, but I have such trouble reading them. It has shea butter and cocoa seeds and jojoba oil, avocado oil, and it has Douglas fern and wild orange. And the wild orange and the Douglas fern is a purifying oil. And then jojoba oil comes in and softens the skin and all of that stuff. So, and it has frankincense in it. So that's the basis of my little recipe here. I'm almost out. I have to buy some more. So I do about 2 heaping teaspoons. I might as well use it all. There's not that much left. So I use, the measurements don't really matter that much. What matters is what works for you. This works for me. Maybe I should have put in my oils first, but I didn't. Don't waste anything. It's precious. Okay. So. Oh, feels so good. And it smells good. And the frankincense in it, it balances everything in this oil, and it's good for your emotions too. Frankincense is really, really awesome. So I'll use the rest of that before I dispose of that. Now, I come in with my pearls. I don't use that much. I use about that much of my pearls. And I drop that in my mixture. Oh, I dropped it on the table. Oh, here's the other eye drop I use. I got everything out that I'm supposed to. Let me hold it a little longer. I have a tendency. Oh, look what I got. Look. That one's very nice. I like it a lot. Now, clean up that pearl powder. Don't waste anything. It's expensive. So far, this costs us a little bit over $25 from doTERRA. The package of pearls I got from Amazon, it was about $9.99. So I got 3 of them. Now, I have coconut oil. I'm going to put coconut oil in there. Coconut is antibacterial, anti-inflammatory, antimicrobic. Coconut does so much. Now, I have my choice of coconut oil that I want to use. This one, if I want to do cold, because, cold takes out the puffiness, I might want to make 2 different ones, one in the refrigerator and one for the bathroom, because this one gets very liquid. So it's been in the refrigerator. So I would have to let it sit for a while. But this would give you the firmness in your oil that you need. But that's not what I want, so I'm not going to use that coconut oil. And you can also just use coconut oil, the cooking coconut oil. It's marvelous. But this one, this one I like the best. So this one I will use. And I'm going to do, if it's going to come out, I'm going to use about a teaspoon of that oil. Don't need very much, just a little bit. More or less, depending on what you like. Now, my castor oil. And castor oil has its benefits. And all these ingredients, they tell you, I can go on and on and on about how wonderful they are. But you really need to do your own research. Now, castor oil is very, very thick. See, very thick. And I'm going to put about 2 teaspoons of that into my shea butter. Let's see, look at my notes. I hate reading my notes because I turned every light on the house and I still can't see. I'm so glad y'all put up with me. Y'all are so wonderful. You know, okay, I'm on this one. I've already put in the pearls. And the pearls, they do not clog your pores. I've been using it now for 6 or 7 months, this concoction. You see, my skin is very beautiful. I'm going to be 75 in 2-3 weeks. Okay, the pearl powder does not clog your pores. It's a cellular renewal. So the pearl powder, something's fly, it renews your cells. So it works on the cellular level. And it contains calcium, amino acids, and a lot of minerals. So it stimulates collagen production. It's detoxifying. And it's hydrating. So, can y'all read my notes? I can't. But anyway, that's the pearl powder. And I can't find my thing on castor oil. But castor oil is so popular. Everybody pretty much knows what the castor oil does. Castor oil. It's anti-inflammatory. It's anaerobic. Speeds up healing fast. It has fatty acids. Antioxidants. So that in itself, by itself, is good. Now, sesame seed oil. Where's my sesame seed oil? Here's my, like I said, I use it as a natural sunscreen. Works very, very well. So, it improves circulation. So just that in itself, putting the sesame seed oil around my eyes, improving circulation, That's definitely a healing property, getting the correct blood that I need to my eyes. Someday, my, I'm having difficulty reading this. This is true because I didn't write it in that big, bold, Sharpie pencil that ruins all my pages. And I can read it, just not very well. So I'm very happy about that. It helps with your vision. It reduces dark circles, and it reduces wrinkles because it has vitamin E in it. And if you have those red, I can't remember, rosacea. If you have rosacea, it helps with rosacea. Okay. So that's probably why I use it. I don't have rosacea, but I don't like chemical sunscreens. They burn, they're yucky, and they're very expensive. I've got a lot of use out of this one because you can cook with it. Just slap it on you when you go to the beach. So I'm going to go do my 2 teaspoons of this too. And you see it's very runny also. I might do 3. I think I'll do 3. Now, that's what I did for my eye concoction, for my eye protocol. I got my coconut oil, my sesame seed oil, my castor oil, my pearls, my shea butter. But I have, I'm not finished yet. I have puffiness here. So I found out that almond oil is supposed to help with the puffiness. Let's see if I wrote that down. I love y'all being patient with me. Almond oil. It reduces puffiness. And it has A and E vitamins in it with an analgesic in it. So this is the first time I'm putting almond oil in my concoction. And if it'll take this puffiness away from my eyes, wouldn't that be wonderful? I've tried so many things for the puffiness and nothing happens. It's supposed to be a sign that my kidneys aren't working good. Okay. Oh, I hate these things. I always have a hard time taking off these covers. Okay. So I'm going to come in with 2 teaspoons of that. Oops, gotta put my glasses on. There we go. And so my face was clean until I started putting stuff on. And then I stir it up really good. And the moisturizer, the shea butter, highly moisturizing, gives it a nice consistency. That's why I use it, because if I didn't, I would just have a bunch of greasy oil to put on my face. Now, what do I do next? I come in with my frankincense. Mm. Just putting a drop on your tongue helps. I forgot why. I'll tell you someday. Then I come in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I put about 20 drops, more or less. I think more. Now, a new thing I'm going to try this time. I've been really stressed out with my getting that stick out of my ankle and the fear of losing my foot. I know my anatomy. It's just when I look down at my leg, the only thing I could think is, I'm going to lose my foot. And so I'm feeling a little depressed. So I'm going to come in with my wild orange. Put maybe 10 plus drops in. So I've added new stuff to this. So this is my wild orange. It's very good for calming anxiety, depression. Oh, and it's got a pretty good taste. Makes really nice orange cookies or orange icing. doTERRA is awesome. It's the best-selling oil in the world, #1. So if you would like to order some of my oils, my website will be in the description. So I got everything done. You know, you can make this concoction the way you want it, but try not to use the cheap synthetic oils. The ones that says not for human consumption. You have to remember, if it says not for human consumption and you put it on your skin, that's human consumption. If you put it in your air freshener and you breathe it, that's human consumption. So be careful. If you don't want to use doTERRA, you know, doTERRA is expensive. But the thing about it, when you come to this bottle, there's 280 servings in here, and less is more. And it's a whole nother subject. I'm just telling you. Beware of the oils that you use. So most of my ingredients are doTERRA, and they're all natural products. And it has a really nice consistency. Now, how would I apply it? When I get up in the morning and I've washed the face with my antibiotic soap and I've done my heat and everything, then I will come in and I will come under my eye like that. Got a dry spot right there. It's going away, thankfully. It's taken a long time, but it's so. And then I'll just let it sit. You know, keep you some spoons or something. Just put it thick. Let it sit. Let it do its wonders. And then after it's sat for however long you want until it absorbs, then you can just take it, rub it into your skin. Oh, and it feels so good. And it's got a nice smell. Maybe I should put a little bit more wild orange in it. I don't know. Be careful of the oils because they will irritate your eyes. But once it's absorbed, This feels really good. And my face is really, really soft. I could just stay here forever. And you let that absorb. I got these bumps right here. They're going away. The dermatologist was burning them off, and this dry flakiness in my eyebrows. She was doing that photosynthesis thing on it. Now, I can't remember which one of these oils has the glutathione in it, but when I remember, I'll put that in the description too, because glutathione is it's made by your body, but it gets depleted a lot. And glutathione is really, really good for your eyes. When I was doing Lifewave, I would take my glutathione patch and I would stick it on my eye patch and I would put it on my eye. But then I found other ways to get my glutathione. So now I got a little too much, so I'll wipe off my excess. I'm wondering if my skin looks as beautiful as it feels. And I don't think, oh yeah, I did forget something. I was telling my daughter here in the land about something. Can't remember. But as I was telling her about it, she sent me, I'll put up, I gotta turn down my volume too, because you're not allowed to play music. Uh-oh, I turned it off. All right. See if I can find it. This was amazing. And I just kicked out my YouTube. Now I got to go look for my YouTube again. That's one thing about it. I'm slow, but I'm sure. Okay. Go to my history. Okay, there's no sound, so that's wonderful. Let the commercial go away. This is the frequency that she sent me. And, oh, I hate it. It's, the phones don't behave. And then every phone is different. Okay, got it back. Now I wanted to make it bigger. Okay, and it showed this picture. Well, what I saw was that hat, and it had two lights, and I said, that's kind of weird. But when you go down in the description, it says, listen to the music for about 30 minutes and open your eyes and look again. Well, I did. And then I found a tree over here. I went, wow, that's amazing. And there's a lot of things in there. I don't want to tell you what everything is because I don't want to spoil it. But what it said to me is that frequencies work. And anyway, I'll put a link to this website in there because it was so amazing that the things that I can see in that picture, that the first time all I saw was a hat. And I was thinking, oh, what a stupid picture. But it's not. And I think that I've covered all the information that I need to. Oh, my face feels so good. And I got a new supply. Now you can put this in smaller jars, so because you really don't want to contaminate it. And remember, these are what I use, and by no means is this medical advice. This was for your entertainment, and I hope you love it. God bless you. Have a wonderful day.